Hello everyone, I'm Renown Zero. We are back again talking about EVS, as I'm sure he'll do his little clown stuff and EFAP my videos just like he did before, because for some reason he needs me in order to grift off the ankles of my success making fun of these clowns, and they will continue to cope, seed, and mold as even Alpha Core number 1 has sold more books than Cybercuck 2, and the Cybercuck cult will continue to cope, seethe, and mold as well. And we're going to show just a bunch of people who have essentially flip-flopped from loving Eric July over to disliking Eric July or even hating Eric July just because their cult leader in Ethan Van Scumbag decided to tell them that, oh, you should hate Eric July because I said so, because I hate Eric July. So even as of right now, Yara number 1 continues to sell, continues to hit 1.3 million. It seems like it's going to surpass Alpha Core number 1, and it's only a matter of time before the goalpost shifts, as people were claiming back in the day that Yara wouldn't sell more than Alpha Core, and that who's new is going to show up for Yara that didn't show up for Alpha Core, even though people act as if people don't just show up for Batman or just show up for Superman or just show up for Wonder Woman. So over 16K books sold, 9,437 purchasers, 1.300 million. If we compare that to Alpha Core, actually look at that. It has surpassed Alpha Core's number of total sales money, it seems. So let's see what the goalpost shift is going to be when they realize this. Of course, Blade Devil 2, you can get that. Chains of Blood, 4 different covers to choose from. Get in where you fit in if you want to get in on a cool anime manga style type of story. If you haven't ever read the first Blade Devil, you can get it here for just $10. So we're going to start here where Ethan openly admits that YellowFlash, it lives in his head rent-free because he decided to make a podcast, a fake podcast called Trashcast in spite of YellowFlash because he has Flashcast and he says he's there to quote-unquote steal his audience, even though I'm pretty sure YellowFlash is doing just fine, making a lot more money than you are on YouTube, even in Super Chats on Flashcast, even if he has less viewers as you make the claim in this little clip. Let's take a listen.
And me, like, John, I'm just doing stuff out of spite. Like, I don't want to do Trashcast on a Saturday night. I would rather go to a casino, but I have to because YellowFlash is.
So he'd rather go to a casino and spend your money that you're giving him for his late books rather than just finishing those late books.
Streaming, and I have to take his audience away from him.
Yeah.
Like, that's the entire reason the show exists and was invented in the first place, was so that I would take his audience away. He had 36 to 4,000 people in his live streams, and now he's got less than 2, and I've got 2,500.
Yeah.
And yet you still can't get your late books out.
You should deprive people of Trashcast for like 3 days until Saturday comes up, and then you hit them on Saturday, and they're, oh, it's back, yeah, it's back. And then everybody's like, yeah.
That's John Malin in the back, by the way, giving him that weird idea. Also, he created Friday Night Trash to coincide with Friday Night Tights. Like, dude, you're not stealing anybody's audience. Your audience doesn't even cross anymore. You don't have cross-audience viewers anymore. Everyone who likes YellowFlash watches YellowFlash. Everyone that likes you watches you. Everyone that likes Friday Night Tights watches Friday Night Tights. And it's also interesting that Katie decides to do these weird comments like, people are waking up. Bro, I have plenty of comments in my videos. Way more people that are realizing and waking up to see how much of a moron you really are. So if I really wanted to post those, I really could do that. But let's get into this first. It says, I say, ha ha ha, dude is butthurt because I said Castlevania and Earthworm Jim are more popular than Cybercuck. I'm sorry that the facts don't care about your feelings. And it's interesting that people want to go around and say, well, it's a video game, of course it's more popular. Well, that's not the video game franchise's problem. That's Cybercuck's problem that's not relevant whatsoever in comparison to Castlevania. And it's really funny. This guy's like, oh, your camera's SD and you're a effing boomer just like Ethan Van Sciver. Effing clown, your camera's trash. Item Story was also trash. Good for you, bud. You can have your opinion. Just like everyone has an a-hole. As was Earthworm Jim and that joke-ass junk on your show if you claim will last longer than anything EVS has done. Yes, my statues of characters from Castlevania, Symphony of the Night, and the original Castlevania will definitely last longer than anything EVS puts out, including Green Lantern. I said, my camera's HD, LMFAO. You're a boomer just like EVS. Clear indication of HD, 1080p, 60 FPS. In the video, you low IQ brainlet. Audio is actually more important than video. Castlevania will outlast anything from Green Lantern or Cybercuck. That's why Castlevania stuff still gets made and remains popular, while Alan Scott Green Lantern is a fruit, and Jon Stewart Green Lantern gets stripped down in the newest DC video game, which is, Off Yourself Squad. I'm not letting some crack-smoking boomer like you tell me what's clearly more popular. Earthworm Jim's more popular than Cybercuck ever will be. Cope. But of course, we had to have people like this saying, just a friendly reminder, EVS is an artist like him or not. Eric is not an artist. No shit. No one said he was an artist, you idiot. But if you want to be technical, he's a musical artist. He's basically telling others who can draw what he wants. So is Marvel and DC. Keep that in mind. He came up and finalized the looks for some generic outfit. He gave a reason as to why Isom has a generic outfit. The 3D, the Alpha ugly suits carry on doing this homoerotic thing that we always bring up because you're pretty gay and lame. So which I say, Joe Ball Dillard and Alex Ross are better artists than EVS. Never once have I doubted EVS's artistic ability, but you clowns put his artwork on a pedestal as if it's the greatest art you've ever seen. You can go ahead and continue projecting your homoerotic fantasies, you closeted weirdo. And you'll never find a video where I say EVS's art is terrible. You're never going to find that video. You can try as much as you want. Doesn't matter if I dislike EVS or I downright hate EVS because he's a freaking bitch. You're never going to find me realistically looking at his artwork and saying it's terrible. But am I going to say that other artists are better? Yes, because that's my subjective opinion. You're just going to have to cope with that. Oh, and a new Castlevania has come out, says Lords of Shadow 2 on the PS3 360 because Konami can't manage games. So I don't know where you're getting your gaming news from. That's cool. Oh, wait, a Castlevania Advanced Collection that came out in 2021. I put 2019, but I realized it was 2021. Castlevania DLC and popular roguelike Dead Cells V-Rising coming with a free content update fighting Simon Belmont. Yeah, according to you, no new Castlevania content has come out. So you try to shift the goalpost and say that, oh, because there's no new Castlevania game, there's no new Castlevania content. But I just told you where the new Castlevania content was coming from. And it's funny that you agreed with someone who said, oh, the Castlevania shows, and they'll say, oh, you got me there. You definitely got me there. Don't put words in my mouth. I said no new Castlevania has come out since Lords of Shadow 2. So let's go back to what you said. A new Castlevania hasn't come out. I don't know where you're getting your gaming news from. But I said new content came out. That's not... I originally said new content came out. I said new content came out, though. I originally said more stuff keeps getting made. I didn't say anything about games, did I? No, you brought that up. You brought that up. Also, if your clown staff really paid attention, you would know that the original creator of Symphony of the Night created more Castlevania. It's called Bloodstained. There are 3 games in the series. Created in the spirit of Castlevania, but not Castlevania, the argument being made. But I already said that there's new content being made, which keeps the IP relevant. Created by Koji Igarashi, a creator who has love for the IP and said to be the spiritual successor to Castlevania Symphony of the Night, the greatest Castlevania game ever created, objectively. You keep bringing it up, it's not helping your argument. It actually does. Castlevania is able to stay relevant without releasing new games, other IPs adapting the characters, and with the creator who made arguably the best Castlevania game ever made, and keep within the spirit of what the game was, effectively keeping it more relevant than Cybercuck. By the way, in case you forgot, Castlevania is an older IP than Cybercuck and still more relevant. By the way, I appreciate you exposing me as a grifter, you freaking overweight, out-of-shape New Jersey clown. Because you gained me 6 more subscribers because you decided to be a bitch and eef at my video because you can't take criticism. Oh, yeah, that's right. You can't take criticism. Just like how you couldn't take the criticism from Mike Partia criticizing your garbage book. Yeah, I appreciate everyone who watched my latest video of me being quote-unquote exposed as a quote-unquote grifter, but probably the biggest grifter of all time, EVS. On my way to 2K subs. So now we're going to get into the exposed Ripperverse haters, starting with Richard Embryo, which is hilarious because Frog Tony called him Richard Embryo on a live stream. I saw that clip. That was quite hilarious. So where you say, first, Masterson only criticized story. I read the book. He was on point with a lot. It doesn't mean you can't enjoy it or have it to defend it or to enjoy it. Again, you have the right to feel that way and enjoy what you like. Likewise, I'm rooting for anyone who puts it all on the line and creates something new. Then when your cult leader tells you to do so, makes sense. You've been easily pretending that Isom wasn't the crap comic that it actually was. Must be method acting, by the way. Congrats to Gary on 1 million subs. You'd probably be gaining subs and gaining money for your crappy $5 comic, your little floppy comic, if you weren't so busy crying about everybody else's success. Oh, yet another fat, overweight, out of shape individual. We're going to move over to Tom Turtle Nose. Let's see, where's the first tweet from you? Oh, yeah, October 2nd. Here it is. From 2022, by the way. Okay, here's my take. I'm not much of a review. I can't figure out how to make a video, so I'm going to just list my thoughts. Good world building. Most world building bogs the reader down with lore. Isom dishes out what we need in a manageable pace. Action. Holy crap. Dialogue that freaking crackles. You can hear the dialogue in your head as it's spoken like someone's really saying an unwilling hero who has a reason for being unwilling and a reason for being a hero. Solid dynamic art. Did I mention the action? The sequences move. Badass gritty where it needs grit. Bright where it's optimistic color work from Gabe Al-Taib. A forward by Eric July that legit made me mist up and nod. An ending that left me wanting more. You got me, Ripperverse, I'm in. P.S. From now on, all my clothes will be made from Rubanon. And let's see. Coffee Talk with Tom Tuttle. Got my latte. This is where he first got his Isom in. How badass is Isom? Badass enough that I freaking chugged my latte and I'm only at the halfway point. Now, I think online bad spelling and grammar coupled with a love of McRipperverse products is a sign of a low intelligence. So that's how much they flipped. Next one. Ask Cactus Comics back October 2022. Interesting how that makes sense. October 2022. Isom reached 3.7 million. I bought the book and it was solid superhero graphic novel. Looking forward to number 2. February. I bought Isom 1 first edition. I felt like I was cheated and grifted, even though you just said it was a solid superhero graphic novel. You can see the 3D assets everywhere. Looks completely fake to me. With CGI, I will help a new creator out and get a pros, or if I don't like the artist, or I may get the next one. If I feel like I got grifted, heck no. Next one. The Ripperverse. In celebration of the launch of Isom 2, I thought I would post my sample art that I created. Independent comics are the future. In that there is no doubt. And he has here January 2024. Eric July's Isom and Alpha Core is the most bland, boring, uncreative, uninspired bit of comic artistry that one could possibly spew onto the general public. Changed my mind. How badly these guys flip-flop is crazy. Says, I don't recall any typos in Isom. This guy doesn't know what he's talking about. Just ordered Isom 2 cover B. Ethan Van Sciver's cover looks amazing or awesome. Looking forward to getting it. You still haven't told me what his successes were. I know he was unsuccessful at writing a good story. Isom 1 and 2 were pure dog crap. Cool, regardless of how you felt about it. This was recent, too. March 14, 2024. It's crazy how many of these guys flip-flop because their cult leader tells them to. Comics may have broken you. Here's a good one, Dora Odinson. Comics may have broken you, but the cure to that is Isom number 2. Pre-order it now directly from Ripperverse.com. Nobody says that's great writing, but if you want to be honest, then yes, the 17-year-old kid who made that did a significantly better job making a comic than Eric did. But then again, Isom set the bar at low, so low. A paraplegic can easily leapfrog it. Yeah. Oh, look, one of our favorite people ever, Jay Bombacuk. We're justified in calling him out for his Isom book being bad. And what about this? Oh, I just backed Eric July's Isom 2. Hey, Dick Masterson. Like you, I was in and out in just a couple of minutes. Your clout grifting ain't working. And then now, because of course EvS told him to, this is like the most simple-minded person ever. As well as using 3D assets, also for hiring SJWs to support trans kids' rights. There's much more, but you're not interested in hearing the heating. It says heating. The stupid mistakes July has done, are you? What are you talking about, clown? Hater me. Not even this can make you forget. Just think, if you were a retarded trans commie like most of them, they'd be singing Isom's praises. They're hypocrites and too lazy to do what you've done to be successful. In fact, they hate success. I bet most of them are on welfare living in trailer parks. Just a quick sketch just for last chickens in the chat. Yeah, you remember that thing? You remember when people were doing chickens in the chat in places like Tuesday Night's Main Event and Ripping the Silverback and For Cannon's Sake? Remember when they were doing that? And they wonder why they get called detractors and clowns. It is absolutely funny. Oh, look, here's James Murph. Maybe if Eric changed his name to Black Ripper or Black July, that guy would feel more comfortable in supporting Eric as he takes independent comics by storm. What are they going to think when he releases his first animated feature? Hashtag we will win, hashtag Ripperverse. Great morning to be doing good. ISOM 2 is doing real good. Well done on the Savage sequel, Eric. I've read it a few times now. Here's a little capture test for the argument repeating bots that go after Eric. Click like on this tweet if you can identify my copy of ISOM in the attached image. Prove you're not a bot. And now he's like, yeah, it was pretty bad. ISOM was 2 wasn't much better. Not sure if I said this to you before, or someone else, but I give new creators 2 to 3 books because it can take that long for either of them to find their feet or for me to decide if I'm investing. So I want ISOM to be good. I hoped number 2 would be better. It wasn't. It's crazy how most of these guys flip-flopped around the exact same time. That's what's so crazy about all this. I bought ISOM to give it a try. I liked it. I plan on buying ISOM too. I bought Razorfist book to give it a try. I did not like. I will not be buying the second one. It really is that simple. I have not read Alpha Core and don't intend to. I bought and read ISOM. That book did not compel me to make any more purchases from your company. You just said you were going to buy ISOM too. You literally just said you were going to buy ISOM too. This is one of the clowns that was in my comments a lot. Oh, yeah, here we go. This is one of EvS's mods right here that's always in my comments, but now I have him blocked because he's super freaking annoying, and he doesn't really do anything outside of being a clown. He supported ISOM too, but now he don't. What happened? ISOM is trending again. Hashtag Comicsgate. The thing that Eric July never claimed to be a part of. Comicsgate. That's probably why he flip-flopped on it. Oh yeah, we got Bonster. Some people don't get that liking someone on YouTube and buying their book does not equal enjoying the book. Like, people let people like things, dude. Just because you didn't doesn't mean a hissy fit is required. And now he says, I love that you're hiring legends. They're tried and true creators who deserve more. Do you have plans to seek out new talent as well? There's all the good things he was saying before. And now he says this. Oh yeah, no, this is another good thing he actually said. This quote says it all for me when it comes to Eric July's detractors. I'm not saying you can't. I'm just saying I mainly see your tweets about Eric, to be honest. I don't see the rest, and it seems others are getting the same perception. Likewise, bro, I'm rooting for anyone that puts it all online and creates something. I have my take on ISOM, but it ain't my story. What creator wants them the creators say how to tell their story? I wouldn't want that when I drop my comic in a couple of months. And they did not promote indie comics. They talk about them, sure, but only big names like EvS knows about. Ripper does. You can see his passion through his actions. Remember when they said that he doesn't promote indie comics? He got caught in 4K, bro. You can't be this terrible at this. You can't be doing that, bro. What benefit do you get speaking on the next one? Make your comments, collect your money, feed your family, rinse and repeat. That's exactly what you should have been doing. That's exactly what you should have been doing yourself. Should you not have been doing that? Oh, yeah, we got Boo Brancher. Yeah, does that make the concerns valid? I bought ISOM too. Multiple covers. One copy to read and one copy to save it in pristine condition because you're gay like that. Here's my review. There were no gay Robins sitting in a coffee shop talking about their feelings for 40 pages. Give it 4 to 5 stars. And then he also said the art looks great. All these weirdos are doing is marketing it for you. Here's Backfire Comics saying people want an alternative to the mainstream. For a long time, Comicsgate was a brand of the alternative. Now it's Ripperverse. Yeah, he doesn't like Ripperverse very much anymore. Neither does that Boo Brancher guy. It's pretty freaking funny, but here's a great clip that will apply to all of this.
What they do is they grab wads of shit from the crack of their asshole, and then what they do is throw it at the wall, and they hope that it sticks, but the shit's not sticking. Right? I have shit-proof like defenses all around me. So when you throw that wad of shit, it just doesn't impact us. We just keep winning.
Just keep winning. Yep, that's exactly what's happening with Yaira #1. You just keep winning. People just keep buying the book. People just keep on buying the books. You just keep winning. And that's something that EvS doesn't know about anymore, is winning, because he's not winning the culture war. He's not the top dog in indie comics anymore. It's hilarious that they call people like me, I'm in a cult, yet you literally have people who flip-flop and act as if they never liked Air July and all of a sudden they don't because EvS told them to. Eric doesn't go around telling people who they can and can't like. That's the interesting part. Even Camelot doesn't do that. Camelot listens to everybody. He'll talk to anybody. He doesn't go around telling people who they can and can't talk to or can and can't like, which is something that I think Ethan Van Sciver does. But at the end of the day, we got all the proof we need that it is indeed the CG side that is actually the cult. Thank you all for checking out this video. I really do appreciate all the new subscribers, returning subscribers, new viewers, returning viewers. If you do like this video, hit the like button. Comment below if you feel about all this. Subscribe for more content. Go ahead and EFAP this, Ethan. I'm sure that'll help you in the end when I gain more subscribers because you're retarded. Subscribe for more content. Hit the bell for notifications. Set the bell to all. That way you'll get a notification anytime I post a new video, live stream, and I'll see you all in the next one. Peace.